Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Sunday the 27th of August 2023. I hope you're okay, keeping well. The Los Angeles Times puts out a game they call Impossible Sudoku once a week. And since we didn't have an observer puzzle today, I'm going to make this my third puzzle of the day. Please don't blame me if you find it actually possible to play the game. I don't name these puzzles. Some people have questioned in the comments section, why did I call it Impossible Sudoku? Well, it wasn't me. If you want to sue anyone under the Trades Description Act, I'm afraid you have to contact the LA Times, not me, since the game does seem to be possible. And I don't, of course, I don't give the names to any of these puzzles that I play on the channel. They are just as labelled in the newspaper, with the exception of the Observer. That's the only one that I generally try to give my own classification to, because they don't normally classify their own Sudoku puzzles. What's happening in the news? Apparently a study of over 11 years has discovered that reduction in salt intake can lead to fewer problems with the heart. So let's try to cut down on the salt, everybody. Assuming that the study is correct, I can't tell from the information given in the newspaper whether or not this is a kosher study. Should I say kosher? Haha, kosher salt. A good study or not. Bit difficult always with newspapers, because they don't give enough information about the methodology, and it normally costs a lot of money to see the methodology when you come, if you're looking for the actual studies themselves. But from the information given, it seems like it might be quite a kosher thing, and so I think it's been fairly common knowledge for a while to cut down on salt is probably a good idea. Right, let's get on with the game, shall we? Impossible Sudoku, LA Times, once a week. Here it is. We're going to start with the fives blocking like this. It's going to give me a 5 in that square. Now, there was something else that I noticed whilst chatting to you about salt, but I will get to it in a minute. We've got 5s blocking across here, and that is going to put a 5 up there. And we've got 5 down here and 5 up here, so that's going to remove the thing that I was going to tell you about, or one of the things I was going to tell you about. I was going to tell you 1, 9 and 5 blocks these 3 squares here, so we have 1, 9 and 5 in those squares, but I've already put the 5 in now, so I don't need to tell you that. Although I could tell you now about the 1 and 9, couldn't I? So we have 1 and 9 blocking down there. We've got 1 and 9 in those squares there. And so we will be left here with 2, 3 and 6, and we've got the 3 and a 6 here, so that is going to be our 2. Excuse me. Hope that wasn't too loud in your ear. I will not try to cough in your ear, I promise. We've got 8 blocking across here and across here. That must be an 8. We've got 8 going up to the top here. Come on, get up there. And we've got 8 going across here and up here. So that means 8 is either in this square or this square, blocking down here, 8 blocking down there. There's our 8. Okay, can't finish off the 8s because we have remaining digits in those squares. This 1 blocks this square in this column. Let's put the 1 in that location, and we'll finish off this column as well while we're doing it with our 5. 5 blocking across here, and down there. That's the final digit, 5. 2 and 4 blocking this square. The 2 down here, the 4 up here blocking this square. That means that has to be 2 and 4 in those squares there. Meaning this is not 2 or 4, must be 9. 9 then blocking across here and across here. Or if you prefer, if you remember, I said 1 and 9 in those squares. So this is not 9, that's 9, and we now know that is a 1. Seven blocking this square, 7 blocking this square. In this row, that's where the 7 must go. Sorry if you're hearing some subsonic noises. I'm sure the microphone isn't picking them up, but there's a heavy truck. Oh, it's the rubbish people. They came last night. They're coming on a Sunday as well. Wonder why. Missing digits here are what? 3 and 6. And so at the ends here, we do not have 3 or 6. We must have 4 and 7. Any help on the 4 or the 7 up there? Maybe not. Okay, we have 1s across the middle here. That puts a 1 in that square. So back here, we can get this. You're a 4, aren't you? Okay, and you must be a 2. 2 across here, and 2 down here gives us 2 in that square. This was 3 and 6, so this has got to be 3 or 6. So 6 blocking up here means that that is our 6. This then will be our 3, and 3 will be over here. The last numbers to get here are 4 and 6. Well, we've got the 6 blocking here, so there's our 6 and there's our 4. Okay, let's have a look and see what else we need to do. So we have a pair of 2 and 3 in these squares. We've got 2 and 3 blocking down here. We've got... Oh, no, we don't. I tell a lie. Sorry about that. 3 blocking down here. 3 across here, 3 across here. I take that back. We've actually can place our 3 here. Sorry, I was 2s in those squares. I was getting messed up in my head there for a second. Okay. How about this 1? 1 blocks across here, so 1 is in one of those squares. Blocking across, and the one down here means That is our digit 1. What I do know about 6 is that they must appear in those squares, because we have 6s like that. 6 blocking there. But down here we have 6s like this. Oh, I've got one empty square here. Look at that. I missed it. I've been busy away looking at other things and not realizing I had only one number to get up here. That's a 9. Let's put it in. Tut tut. So I think it's time to put in the pencil marks. There are not many cells left to fill in, so I think we should be okay. Shouldn't be overloading. It will give us a chance to find if there are any Sudoku techniques necessary. So let's do that, shall we? We've got 9s highlighted. We might as well start with the 9s, which go here and here. Let's do that. What about the 8s? What do we know? 8s are a pair up here and there. 7s. 7s are a bit more complicated. They could go anywhere up there. And we have a pair of 7s in those squares. Sixes are a pair there, a pair here, and a pair there. Fives are done. 4s. Okay, we have 4s in these squares and we have 4s in those squares. Threes are here and here. 2s are here and here. And 1s are up there somewhere. And there. Alright, so I think I'm going to put in the rest of the candidates straight away. I don't see anything else to do, so let's just go ahead and do that. As I say, there aren't too many, so I don't think we're going to be overloaded, but it might help me to, should help me to find the patterns and finish the game. 4s can go anywhere there. Shall I finish this column? Why not? 4s go there. 1 blocks across here, so we get 1s in those squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Done. Okay, down here, what are we looking for? 6 blocks across and down like that. 6s are there. 7 blocks across here like this, so 7s go there. Up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocking up here. 7 blocking this way. And that's all done. Okay, I don't spot anything, and so we should just finish off the last block here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 7. No, we don't know anything about 7s. Right, so all the candidates are in, and I haven't spotted anything to date, so I'm going to take a serious look at the digits. Let's go through. I'm going to highlight because it does make it easier to spot things. I don't think I'm going to spot much for that though. Oh, hang on, immediately, hang on, look. I think, oh, well, actually we have something, but it's not going to help anyway. Forget it. I'd spotted an XY wing, but there's nothing to do with it anyway. There's nothing to be done. Is there? 6, 7, 4, 7, 4, 6. That would be 6. Oh yes, there is 6. Yes, okay. No, I was right. Okay. Not trusting myself. I believe I've found an XY wing here. So we've got this pair 6 and 7 here. So if you think that 6 is our starting digit, okay, and we've got a 7 here, if you're not sure how to do this. Over here we have the 7 that goes with the 6, and now we have a 4. The 4 in this block here, like this, matches with the 4. And then we come back to having the first number, the 6. Okay, so now we have 6 in this beginning square. We have our middle section here, the hinge, I think they sometimes call that, and the last cell here with a 6. So it means that if we find a 6 that can be seen by both this square and this square, I was looking here, I've missed that for a second, and we do. We have this square here, which has a 6. And this 6 can't be true. Okay, we have 6 here and 6 here in an XY wing, we call it. Some people call it a Y wing. Means that this 6 is not true, and therefore that will be a 9, and that should be enough to finish the puzzle. So 7 here now, and there's our 9, and let's get rid of candidate 9 there. I say it should be enough to finish the puzzle. It might not be, of course, but certainly should help. 6 will be in this square here. 7 will be up there. That gives us a 4 in that square. Back down here for the 7. And let's get rid of candidate 7. Now we have a pair of 2 and 6 here, excuse me, 2 and 6. So this must be our 4 then. And we'll get rid of the candidate 4s over there. We'll place a 4 down here. We'll get 1 in that square, 2 in that square, 6 up here, 4 there. Let's remove our excess candidate 4s, being careful to choose the right mode on the computer. Right, now because we've got a 2 here, this must be a 6. And the 2, so I spotted that XY wing quickly, which was very useful. Didn't have to go through all the digits, it was just easy to see. We've got a pair of 3 and 7 here now. This must be an 8. Back here then will give us the 6 here and the 8 there. Sometimes you get lucky and spot these things fast. Sometimes it takes a long time. 1 goes there, 7 is in that square, 7 must be here with a 3 there, 3 in that square. Last number to place here, we've got 1, we've got 7, this must be a 6. And we still need a 1 to finish the game. So certainly not very impossible if you know how to play with an XY wing. That's all you need. Definitely not impossible. But anyway, thanks for joining me. And there'll be another impossible Sudoku next week, probably. See you around.